everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to crochet this super cute tulip stitch headband. This project is great because not only is it fairly simple, making it great for beginners, but also because you can use up any scrap yarn that you have left over to make this headband. I used approximately 12.5 yards of red yarn, 10 yards of white yarn and 5 yards of green. And as for the rest of the materials, I used a 4mm crochet hook, scissors, a tapestry needle or a smaller hook just to tuck away the ends. And yeah, that is it for the materials. As usual, before we get into the video, here is my Pinterest and my crochet Instagram. So if you are interested, you can give those a follow or just use them to share your work with me because I love to see it and I love to repost them. The next thing that I want to promote is my TikTok. Now, I've had my account for a little while now, but I've only just started posting. I'm not the best at posting, but I am interested in getting better. So if you do want to see me on there, then this is my TikTok. It's just the same as my Instagram. The final thing that I want to mention is that I'm recording this voiceover on a microphone. So I'm recording on the Blue Yeti mic. I have wanted this microphone for a while and I finally decided to purchase it. I'm actually thinking of using this microphone for multiple purposes. I don't want to share what those are yet, just in case. We have to see how everything pans out. But yeah, I hope that the sound quality is better for you guys. I hope it's more crisp and clear. I mean, I think it was pretty good to start off with, but you know, now I have a microphone, I feel more professional if I'm being honest. But now with that all out of the way, we can get into today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy. To begin, we're going to start by creating a slip knot. So taking our white yarn, we're going to wrap it around our index and middle finger, crossing it over the loose end. Take your hook, place it underneath the first loop, grab the second, pull it up onto your hook and tighten it. This is how we create a slip knot. If you need any more help with this, you could either slow down the video or go check out my beginner's guide to crochet video, which is on my channel, and I do go over slip knots. Here I have yarned over and now I am pulling it through the loop that was just on our hook, and this is how we chain. So yarn over, pull through the loop on your hook, and now you have a new loop on your hook with 2 chains. And in total, we will be chaining until we have 40 chains. And once you have your chain of 40, this is what your work should look like so far. And now what we are going to be doing is we are going to be chaining 2 more. And the reason for this is because these 2 chains are going to act as our very first double crochet, which we will be placing in the 3rd chain from the hook. Now we are going to yarn over and insert our hook into the 3rd chain from the hook, making sure to get the 2 little loops, as you can see. And now we're going to yarn over and pull our hook through the 2 little loops. And now we have 3 loops on our hook. So now you're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops only, leaving us with 2 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through the remaining 2. This is a double crochet. Again, if you need any help with double crochets or if you're unfamiliar, please do check out my beginner's guide to crochet video, which is on my channel, and I'll also link it in the iCard above. So now we are just repeating the exact same thing, placing another double crochet into the next chain. And this is exactly what we will be doing until we reach the end of our 40 chains. So I will see you back once I have placed my 40 double crochets. So here I am just going to be placing my final double crochet. However, we are not going to finish off this double crochet. So we are going to yarn over, insert our hook, pull up a loop, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and we are not going to finish off this double crochet because this is the point that we are actually going to be switching colors. So we are going to be switching to our green color or whatever color you are using for the leaves of the tulip. So just picking our work back up, we are going to take our leaves color and we are going to drape it over our hook with the 2 little loops of our unfinished double crochet still on our hook, and we are just going to pull it through those 2 loops. So now we have our new color attached, and this is what your work should be looking like so far. Now to start crocheting the leaves, we are going to chain 5. Now that we have our 5 chains, we are now going to turn our work and place 1 double crochet into the very first stitch. So right where our chain of 5 is coming out from. Now we have made our very first pair of leaves. And to continue this, we are going to count 3 stitches, and into the 3rd stitch we are going to yarn over and place 1 double crochet. After this, we are now going to be chaining 2, and then you are going to place 1 last double crochet into that same stitch where we placed our first double crochet. And this is how we crochet the leaves of the tulip stitch. And now we are going to be repeating this exact same process until we reach the end of our work. So count 3 stitches, yarn over, place your first double crochet into the 3rd stitch. Followed by a chain of 2, and then 1 final double crochet into that same stitch. And this is the pattern until we reach the end of our work. So here I actually ran out of yarn and I needed to add on some more. So I thought that I would record this process just in case anyone else did and they didn't know what to do. So you are now just going to yarn over with however much yarn you have left, insert it into the stitch, yarn over and pull up. And now we are going to take our new yarn and drape it over our hook and pull it through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through the final 2 loops. And now we have our new yarn attached and this stitch complete. And we can now continue on the stitches until we reach the end. This is what your work should be looking like so far. Here I am just pulling out my yarn a little bit so that the double crochet is incomplete, because now we are going to be changing colors to our tulip color, which for me is red, but you could use whichever color you like. So just taking the yarn, we are going to drape it over our hook as usual and then pull it through the remaining 2 loops on our hook. Like so. And now we have our new color attached and we can just cut off the green. So now that we have cut off our green yarn and attached the new color, we are going to chain 2. And then turn our work. So now we will be looking at the front of the headband. And we are going to be placing 5 double crochets together into this chain 2 space. So to do this, yarn over, insert your hook into the chain 2 space, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, and only pull through the 2 loops on your hook. Do not pull through these 2 loops, the remaining 2 loops. Do not pull through those. Yarn over, insert your hook into the chain 2 space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, only pull through 2 loops. So now we have 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, insert your hook into the chain 2 space again, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and we are going to repeat this one last time. So yarn over, insert your hook into the chain 2 space, yarn over, grab and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So now in total we have 5 loops on our hook, and what we are going to be doing is we are going to yarn over and pull through all of the 5 loops on your hook, like so, and this is our first tulip. So now we are going to chain 2, and into the next chain 2 space we are going to be repeating the exact same process. So yarn over, insert your hook into the chain 2 space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, leaving the remaining 2 loops, yarn over, insert into the chain 2 space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and we are going to be repeating this 3 more times until we have 6 loops on our hook. So the first time that we did this, in the end we had 5 loops on our hook, but that's because the chain of 2 acted as the first of the 5 double crochets together. But for this one, obviously, and the rest, we don't have the first 2 chains, so we have to do 6. We have to have 6 in the end. Now that we have our 6 loops on our hook, we are going to yarn over and pull through all 6 loops on our hook. And here we have our second tulip. Now we are going to repeat this exact process that we did for this second tulip all the way down into every chain 2 space. I will just leave one more demonstration clip for you, and then I will meet you back once I am done. So here are all of my tulips. I have left the final one incomplete because we are going to be changing colours for the last time to finish off our headband. So now I'm just taking the white colour that I used for the beginning, and I'm going to drape it over my hook like so, and then I'm going to pull it through all of the 6 loops on my hook, like so. And now we have just completed our final tulip and changed colours at the same time. So here I'm just showing you what my work looks like so far. And now just inserting my hook back into the loop, we are going to be chaining 2. Now once we've chained 2, we are then going to turn our work, and here I've just turned it so you can see the tops of the stitches, and we are going to yarn over, insert our hook into the very next stitch, which is in the tulip, and place a double crochet. Once we've placed our first double crochet, now in the chain 2 space, we are going to be placing 2 double crochets. This is what we have so far. Now we are going to be placing a double crochet into the stitch of the tulip. This one right here. Now into the chain 2 space, we are going to be placing 2 double crochets, just like we did before. And we are now going to be repeating the 1 double crochet into the tulip stitch and then the 2 double crochets into the chain 2 space until we reach the end of our work. And then I will meet you back. So here I'm placing my final double crochet into the stitch of the tulip. Do be careful to avoid placing a double crochet into the chain 2 because that is not a stitch, that is just the chain 2 that we made. And here is our work so far. The headband is almost complete. Here I'm showing you the front of the headband. Obviously we have to tuck away the loose ends and also create the straps for the headband, which I will show you how to do both in a minute. So with our white yarn still attached, we are now going to chain 45, and this will be for 1 out of the 4 straps. So after this, we will have to crochet 3 more straps on, and I will show you how to do that as well. After chaining the 45, we are now going to create 1 more chain, and then we can cut off our yarn. After our yarn has been cut off, we can now just pull our yarn through and tighten it. And now one of our straps is complete. So here is the first strap. Excuse the lighting change, and also I added a plant in the background because I was just filming on a different day. Let me know if you like the plant. I think it's cute. It adds a bit of character. But here's the first strap, and now I'm going to show you how to create the second one. So looking at our work at the chain 3 that we made, we are going to insert our hook into the first bottom chain. So into the very first chain, we are going to insert our hook. And then we're just going to take our yarn and drape it over our hook. Then you're just going to pull it through the chain. And now we can start chaining as normal. So once again, we are going to chain 45 chains. After chaining 45, you're going to chain 1 more, so in total we have 46, so that you can cut off your yarn, pull your yarn through and tighten it. Here we have our completed 2 straps. We only need 2 more, and we are going to create them the same way that we just did by attaching our yarn to the corners and then chaining 45 plus 1. Now what's left is just for us to tuck away all of the remaining loose ends, and here I'm going to be showing you how I'm tucking away one of the loose ends from the tulip. So I'm taking a 2mm hook and I'm inserting it through the stitches of the tulip. Once I've done that, I'm now going to grab the loose end and I'm going to pull it through all of the stitches. Make sure that you're doing this on the back side. Now that I've pulled through my yarn, I am going to cut it off, but I would recommend you to pull it through a little bit more of the tulip just to avoid it coming apart. And now I'm going to be demonstrating how to tuck away loose ends from the leaves. So I'm just tightening it as I did before, and then I'm going to insert my hook through a couple of the stitches. And then I'm pulling the yarn through both of the stitches loops on my hook. And I'm going to repeat this all throughout the leaves, just tucking away the loose end. I would recommend you to pull the yarn through multiple loops, stitches. The more that you pull it through, the less likely it is that it will come apart. Once you're finished pulling the end through, you can then just take your scissors and snip it off. The final thing that I will be showing you how to do before we are finished is tucking away the loose end at the straps. So here, that was the front of the strap, and now we're looking at the back. And at the back, you should notice a singular loop that runs all the way through. So I'm taking my 2mm hook and I'm inserting it through each loop in this sort of zigzag pattern. And once I've gone through the first 3, I'm then going to take that loose end and pull it through the 3 loops that I have on my hook. And then to ensure security, I'm going to repeat this process a couple more times. So just going through that singular loop in that zigzag formation and continuing to pull the loose end down. So here you can see I went through the next 3 loops and I'm just repeating that process. Then you're just going to repeat that for the remaining 3 straps. I still need to cut my loose end as I hadn't done that in this clip yet. But once you're done, this is what your headband should look like. The little bumps that you see on the straps, by the way, are where I've added yarn. Because I was using scrap yarn, I needed to add in some. But yeah, this is what my headband looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you crocheted this headband, please do show me on Instagram. My Instagram is here on the screen. And if you just want to contact me, you can either leave a comment below or message me on my Instagram. Finally, here is my TikTok. So if you want to see me on there, you know where to find me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Mwah. Bye.